Hello, my name's Tanya Lovett from tapyourtroublesaway.uk, and I just wanted to make a short video to let you know where I've come from and why you might benefit from working with me, so you can judge for yourself. I work with women who have been, who are still affected by childhood abuse or trauma. Women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s who are still held back in some way by what happened to them as a child. And there are other videos and on my website to talk a bit about the types of experiences people might have had. But who am I? And why should you work with me? So the first thing I wanted to say is that I have 25 years experience of working within the mental health field. So I've worked with people who have experienced huge amounts of distress. And as a mental health nurse, my strongest belief is that my role as a professional is to be alongside the person, to witness and but listen to where they're at, to let them know that they're not alone with it, and then when they're ready, to walk with them to somewhere better. That's what I believe mental health nursing is about when it works really well. Many people, when they are experiencing such extreme distress that leads to a mental illness, feel so alone and feel they can't talk about what they're experiencing, either because it'll shock people, it'll push people away, it won't be heard. So that is what I have done, I hope, in the last 25 years, is to be there, to listen, and to allow people to say what they need to say, to let out feelings if they need to let out feelings, and then if and when they're ready, to move together to somewhere better. I'm also an advanced EFT practitioner, and in my work currently, in my private work, I use EFT because I think it's an amazing tool to allow people to free themselves from the emotional burden of events that have happened to them in the past. Many people have experienced huge amounts of trauma, and that trauma still affects them in terms of actual event experiences like flashbacks, nightmares, that kind of thing, or beliefs that hold them back. Beliefs like I'm not good enough, beliefs like I don't deserve anything, and emotions that have perhaps never been expressed because they've been too frightening or too risky. Emotions like anger, and even a grief, a sadness, because often there was no permission and there was punishment if feelings were expressed. Using EFT, I've worked with people who have been sexually abused, people who have had a drug addiction, people who have had loss because of the death of a parent in childhood. I've worked with people who have been through the suicide of a loved one, people who really lack confidence in themselves, really don't see why people should trust them, really don't see their value, which others might be able to see. I can usually see when people come to me, but they put themselves down, they hold themselves back, they think they're not enough. That's a bit about me and where I've been professionally. If you think that I could be of any help to you in your journey towards somewhere better, towards being free from the negative emotions that are holding yourself back, from the negative beliefs that are holding you back, to somewhere more peaceful, more joyful, less tormented, then feel free to reach out. I do offer a free 20-minute online EFT session. If you want to try it out, no obligation at the end of that, but you will have had an experience of EFT and will be able to use it by yourself if you want to afterwards, or decide to work with me in a longer term way. Completely up to you. I'm happy if you try the 20 minutes and I don't hear from you again, although usually I'd really love to hear from people again if they are happy to give me feedback, or work with me for a longer time. If you want to reach out to me, then please email hello@tapyourtroublesaway.uk. That's hello@tapyourtroublesaway.uk, or visit my website www.tapyourtroublesaway.uk, and my phone number and the email address again are on there, and the contact form are on there. I hope this has been helpful for you to understand a bit about me and what my beliefs are, what my thoughts are, and if it's right for you, then I'll see you soon. If not, thank you for listening. Bye.